Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with the best deck to practice and learn now because it's going to be dominating the game after the new balance changes. Dark Prince is receiving a massive buff to its charge, decreasing the distance needed to travel to get to the charge from 3.5 to 3. So it will be charging considerably quicker at your opponent's towers. That might not seem like much, but it's the same treatment that the Prince and the Ram Rider got, which made them unbelievably overpowered. Pair that with significant nerfs to the Evolved Ice Spirit, Fisherman, and Evolved P.E.K.K.A. that are some of the best answers in the game to beat down decks like Goblin Giant. This deck is going to be recklessly wrecking people. And since this deck is so aggressive, it's going to be best with Dagger Duchess. When you're always going on offense on multiple sides and your opponent's counter pushes are only 2, 3, or 4 elixir, it's just going to die to the Dagger Duchess without you spending any elixir, allowing you the elixir advantages that will keep up offensive pressure. When opponents are stuck on defense while you're spamming, they'll be mentally melting down. If you get Dark Goblin's evolution, I would play it in place of Zap, but both versions work fine. And instead of Zap, I would use Rage. It's time to charge into some games, charge our opponents a ton of damage, and assert dominance. And Gigantic Prince loved everyone supporting the channel with credit code SirTag. Yo, we are jumping right into business against someone that can't even spell skeleton correctly. So maybe he's gonna become a skeleton with some crazy plays. I hope he messes up because he's messed up his name. So there's not that many more steps that he can do. All right, what can we do here? If I go in for a giant bridge, this is okay because we see no Ice Spirit in cycle. He'll probably go building and we can snipe that with the Dark Goblin. We'll drop it other side so if he logs, he doesn't hit the Goblin Giant and also the Dark Goblin at the same time. If your Goblins lock on the tower, that's a lot of damage. So already, I've identified my opponent's deck as a Rail Hogs Recruit, Rail Delivery deck. Yeah, I was going to say Recruit. It's a singular Recruit, guys. Wait, he lost the Archer Queen. That's awesome. He wasn't able to catapult anything with it because he already dropped the ability on defense against the Goblin Giant. All right, we can go in for a Goblin Curse here because we're going to be able to kill the pigs a little bit quicker. And we're going to get Goblins counter pushing behind the Dark Prince. We'll probably force out a small spell. And then we can go Goblin Gang in the left side. We have dual lane pressure. I think he's kind of wrecked. I don't know if he stops this. He's spamming good luck. He's already tilted. Dude, our deck hasn't even been buffed yet. I don't have the Evolved Dark Goblin. I don't have the buffed Prince. And I also don't end up having, like, the Rage in the deck. I've just got Evolved Zap that's useless that I haven't even cycled. Like, imagine if I have Evolved Dark Goblin, buffed Prince, and buffed Dagger Duchess. How badly would this guy lose? He's so mad. I might have gotten him to Rage Quit already. I'm just going to plop down the Goblin Giant in the middle and see if he's left. Spoiler alert, the dude did leave, and he has left us to just take all of his crowns. It's an awesome achievement winning with this deck in a span of like a minute or something before the dude even knew what hit him. Big Skeleton got stomped by the Giant Goblin, easily starting us off strong at 5,600 in the world. Now imagine how good this deck is going to be when it gets buffed in just a couple days. We haven't even unleashed half of this deck's power and we're already powering through our opponents. So Monarch, I hope that, oh wait, I didn't have to respond. I was just running Dagger Duchess. I forgot. I'm sorry, Dark Goblin. I'm sorry, Dark Goblin. I sacrificed you. It be what it be, though. So, also, Dagger Duchess is a lot worse right now in the meta, but it's still serviceable. It still works. The thing is, I don't think that Dagger Duchess deserved the buff because it was played in Elixir Golem decks, it was played in Log Bait decks, and it was played in aggressive bridge spam strategies like this one where you keep your opponent's Elixir low and your Elixir is low as well. But man, I really wish I had Rage in this deck and was able to use the Evolved Dark Goblin for the poison damage because the poison damage will allow you to conveniently destroy any of your opponent's big tanks. So your Dark Goblin will be able to melt tanks, and then you don't necessarily need the, Cannoneer or Princess Tower for those beatdown pushes because you got the Evolved Dark Goblin. And you'll bait out your opponent's small spells with the Goblin Gang and the guards. So it's really nice because right now, like, for instance, my opponent just dropped Log. What does he do here? Like, he's in a bad spot. He's definitely in a perilous position where, he has to over-allocate his elixir, and he can't build a formidable push all on one side like he would typically want. We're going to go for our Dark Goblin here, and it seems like he's playing this very well, honestly. I'm not going to lie about that. But he's going to be down a lot of elixir after that play, so I think as long as this Dark Goblin survives, you can go for a Goblin Giant here and gobble up that thing. He's not going to be able to pop ability either. I wish I had Rage, man. I just keep going back to that. But well, that's cool too. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I'll take that. But Rage paired with Goblin Curse just hits different, man. Oh, this deck is going to be so much better. I'm telling you. I feel it in my bones. So we're going to bewilder this bro again. We're going to do the exact same strategy because he doesn't have Bomber in cycle. So we're going to double plant our stuff. And we'll see how it works for him. I mean, it's going to be a log and a cannon, and he's going to take damage. So it's a -1 trade for us, but we get Spear Goblin's damage on the tower, and we bait out his log, which is one of his best answers. And the cannon's out of cycle, so now he doesn't have anything for the Goblin Giant, right? So this is how we like to play the game. We get our opponent to be forced in a bad position, and we take full advantage of it. So we're going to go for Goblin Curse, then we're definitely going to go in for a Zap here so we can deal maximum damage to the Bomber and get the Goblin on the tower. Then we're going to go for a Prince here as early as possible. Then we're going to go in for our Dark Goblin in the back. He's definitely going to pop a really good ability, but here's the thing. I also don't really care about the drill because, bro, I got Dark Prince up in here too. Wait, that was a super smart drill placement. Actually, like, phenomenal play from our opponent. Genuinely, like, I'm surprised that he did that. All right, we're going to go in for Curse. And then we're going to steal a Goblin. And then I think we don't want to go for a Zap. It would just be an overcommitment. So instead, I'm going to go Guards other side. He has to defend that. We can go in for another Dark Goblin. And you guys are probably noticing one common theme, that I'm continuously going dual lane pressure against these type of decks because I won't win otherwise. Gotta go Prince here, and then we gotta go Dark Prince. We're doing dual lane pressure probably again with a Goblin Gang so we can force out the log. And then maybe we're gonna be okay here. I don't know. It's looking a little bit dicey. We're forcing the log as anticipated. We're gonna go Curse here, and we're gonna try to kill the cannon in like one shot if possible. Then we can go and pulverize through with our Goblin Giant, and then go in for an Evolve Zap as well after we get a good cannon. I can't go in right now into this, unfortunately. We got to just kill this cannon quick. The thing is this guy's not a bad player. He's playing very intelligently, and he's giving me a run for my money. I mean, expected from top 5,000 players. Not all of them are this good, though, I would say. So we could go for Goblin Curse here and then Evo Zap. I just didn't want to. I think it was just a little bit too risky for me. He's going to Poison, interestingly enough. I think he does end up losing this stuff without any real damage. We can go in for our Dark Goblin here. And then, I don't know. I mean, I think I might have to go in for a Dark Prince right in the middle here. And that should be able to almost fully counter, but not quite. I'm going to go Goblin Curse and then Evolve Zap so then the Spear Goblins stay alive. And if we get that Goblin up close and personal, we might be able to do him dirty. I'm going to go for another Goblin Giant here, and I'm just going to try to ram spells at this bro. We go Dark Goblin potentially on a cannon, and we do hit the cannon as I anticipated. I'm going to maybe make something happen here, but this is looking super, super dicey because he's so freaking good. He's dropping the drill on defense, though, which I think is a bad play. Or try to spell cycle him a little bit, going for the Goblin Giant. And if we can just get back to our spells, we should have this game in the bag. I'm going to go in for Guards on defense. I'm going to Goblin Gang in the back. Then I'm going to Goblin Curse one more time and Zap. This is definitely one of the best players that I've played since the 20-win challenge. So, GG, man. He even said well played to me, too. So, really respectful duel, and I'm glad we won that one. Like, I don't often play against people of this caliber and actually come out ahead. It feels legendary to look at a battle log full of wins as we push up even more, all the way to 5,000 in the world. Yo, we are matching into a rank 732 player in the world. The games just get more challenging as we go up. So our strat here is to go in for the Goblin Glow Up, and then we're gonna go in for Dark Prince off to the side. I love how good Dagger Duchess is on defense against Goblin Barrel, and I love how terrible his Cannon Cart is against our bait cards. Not Cannon Cart, I keep saying Cannon Cart. It's the Cannoneer. I'm sorry, there's so many cannons in Clash Royale. You guys pick your poison. Do you want the Cannoneer, the Cannon Cart, or the actual cannon? For me, it's all the same. They're just the same thing to me. You just look at it, it's cannon in the name. Who am I to say it's different? Okay, Dark Goblin, why are you walking into electricity like that? Didn't your mom tell you not to eat those wires, bruh? What are you doing? Alright, so I think I can maybe go in for some extra spam here on the left side. Ooh, the Cannon Cart. Ooh, the actual Cannon Cart. Oh no, don't cycle stuff with that, please. Yeah, Dagger Duchess just deletes things. So one of the better things about it is I can just ignore that Cannon Cart and it's gone. Now I can go in for a Goblin Curse if he drops a bait card, but I don't think he wants to. Ooh! How did that... It locked onto the tower with the Spear Goblins. Okay, I mean, that's really great. And then the Dark Prince forces out a Goblinstein. So, Mr. Frankenstein Goblinstein is pretty obnoxious. It stays alive forever. Yeah, the Doctor is going to get a bit of a nerf, but the actual card itself is super strong. So, I'm going to go for Dark Goblin here, and then Guards off to the side, and notice this placement. If you drop it there, the Guards take the damage instead of the Precious Princess Tower, or Dagger Duchess, I guess. So, it's nice to be able to keep that thing alive. I'm going to Zap here so the Spear Goblins just get forfeited. And then I think our Spear Goblins lock tower and force out arrows, so... Phenomenal trade again. Every time that we get him cycling 3 elixir or less into the abyss of the Dagger Duchess, it's incredible because she just shuts them down so freaking fast. And then we can do the actual push that we were intending to do the entire day. So if you Goblin Giant in the back, and this is the entire best push you can do. You can go Prince in the other side and Dark Prince here. So we're gonna do this. Dark Prince here. And then you Dark Goblin. And then when they drop things in the middle, you can go in for the Goblin Curse. And this is by far the best play, because notice how that ends up killing the cannon. It snipes units in the middle, and then you have dual lane pressure here, and it's just really hard for them to defend. And then when the cannon's gone, you can go for another Goblin Giant at the bridge and keep up the pressure. This is the push that you guys want to continuously replicate, because your opponent will hate you, and you will win so many matches. Like right now, top 700 players, defenses just fell apart. Literally, one of the best players in the world could not stomach this defense. And he's running a great deck too. He's running kind of overpowered cards with the cannon card, you know, and it's still not enough. And he's also running cannon on defense. Like, you would assume that that would work. So we're going to do it again. This time we're going to be a little bit more aggressive since we have the Dark Prince counter pushing. I think it does kill the cannon. So we can go in for a zap here to kill those a little bit faster. And then, unfortunately, it doesn't reset, but it's still fine. I can maybe get some goblins up in his face. If I can, I think that's going to be a W. We're going to go for a Goblin Gang as well. I mean, the Goblin Curse is definitely putting in work. We can ignore some of these recruits, probably. Not 100%. Ooh, never mind. This is looking really, really bad. I got to do this. I need to fully sacrifice the damage on the right because it doesn't matter that much. Well played on our opponent's end. He did play better than me. I'm just going to set up another push. I think I'm going to set it up on the left side, though. Then I can protect that tower a bit more. So I'm going to go Goblin Giant here. And then we're going to get ready for more zaps and shenanigans there, for sure. We're also going to go in for our Dark Goblin more so geared in the middle. I'm going to go Goblin Gang off to the side. We'll see if he decides to go for arrows or any other shenanigans like that. Hopefully the Dark Goblin goes in the correct side, basically the left side, and not the right side. That's the right side. The left side is the right side, okay? All right, all right. We're doing really, really well right now. I definitely want to go in for a zap just to finish that off, and then go in for a Goblin Giant after the cannon's gone, because now he can't defend, so the game should be over. I'm going to get a Dark Goblin in the middle. He's going to all-in me, and then we're going to defend with the Goblin Gang. Oh, I didn't even have to. Goblin Giant just stole the tower, and he's giving us the good luck with the tongue out from the Goblin. So, didn't seem like this guy enjoyed the Goblin experience as we gobbled up his tower. The top-ranked player, Kadir, was a D1 hater of the Goblin domination. So, building up big pushes in the back with Goblin Giant and then doing split lane shenanigans is definitely the best strategy for this deck. But it's not necessarily the most fun thing to do. So we're going to go and flex the 20-win emotes just for the fun of it. And then we'll give him some love. I love having the 20-win emotes back to back. They just look so cool. Also, this Heal Spirit emote is underrated. It deserves a lot more love. I'm going to go Goblin Giant on the other side away from that Knight. And we want to apply a lot of pressure in single elixir if he's going to have the Knight out of cycle, because it's hard for him to defend. Right as I say that, bro goes in for the card that's about to get nerfed. It's not going to be nerfed that hard. It's still going to be very good. I mean, the Goblin Stein value from the ability is going to be insane still. So something to consider. I think it'll still be by far one of the best champions in the game. We're going to go for a Dark Prince here. And then I could pop down a Curse because I can get a Goblin. And then maybe the Prince can kill that. Oh, the Prince did double duty and it hit the tower too. All right, ready to go guards left. Oh my gosh, guys, my voice got high. The value was that high. That's what happened. Back down to low. We're back down to our melancholy self. Wow. Words can't even be said out here. I'm just flabbergasted by the fact that we were able to get that much Prince value. I'm going to go Goblin Gang again on the right, and I should zap that so then the Spear Goblins stay alive, and then they put in a little bit more work. It's weird, because like in a regular match, you don't necessarily always want to zap that, but in a specific situation where your opponent has Cannoneer, you always zap that, like every time. Dude, all right. One other cool thing you can do is go counter the cannon with a Dark Goblin like this. Oh, I meant inside corner, slightly more inside, because yeah, it gets shot. If we dropped it more inside like there, that would have been that would have killed the cannon, and it would have not died. So if you're a bit better at the game, that would have been by far the best play. So you live, you learn, you play better. Wait, this guy goofed. I don't think you're allowed to cycle that. It seems really silly for him to go in for the ability like that. He's down a lot of elixir, and he's definitely going to lose that. And he doesn't have cannon back and cycle immediately, so I think we're in a much better spot. 1,000,000,000% going to go Goblin Curse and then zap on top of the Bomber. If I can kill that, then I'll be a very happy sir. We don't want the Bomber to counter push, and unfortunately the Goblin did just immediately die. I mean, it had everyone looking at him. He's like, what are you going to do? Ice Lizard, Cannoneer, Knight, everything's just staring at you, and then you're just supposed to perform like that, and then it's like, no, I don't want to. Let me go home. And then he went back to home. He went to heaven, the Goblin Paradise. Anyway, we're okay. We're fine. We're vibing. We're able to do the dual lane shenanigans again. I'm going to go Prince here. I'm going to get ready with the Dark Prince. He's not really going to know what's happening. Watch us cook. We're going to go for guards to protect. And then we're going to go for Dark Goblin more so in the middle. This is definitely the better play to do because you're able to continuously apply pressure every single time. And if we continuously get goblins and shenanigans like this, And it's going to be harder for the opponent to make any meaningful strides against us. So I'm going to go in for the Evolve Zap, Evolve Goblin Giant. I should be able to shred his stuff. I don't think that we're going to have too many worries here. We'll have to wait and see, though. I mean, if we're able to break through, that'd be awesome. I might have to set up another big push. I think I'm going to go and set it up again. I'm going to go Dark Prince. I'm going to go in for regular Prince. Into this. We're in a Dark Goblin. And I could Goblin Curse on the graveyard. I don't really want to, but I think I need to now. So I'm definitely going to. They'll pop ability for sure, but here's the thing. If you pop ability on this, you're going to struggle against the Goblin Giant because it might not kill everything. Yeah, it didn't kill the Prince. Not even close. Wait, is he dead? Is he just dead to the Goblins? Holy. Wow. Okay. I guess it's a free win against Graveyard. I was like, oh, I'm going to think about this push. I'm going to drop dual lane pressure like I did in the last game, and then it's going to work out. But I didn't even have to. This deck just snags towers if the opponent's running Cannoneer. It's literally impossible for them to win against you. Unless they're running a super fast cycle deck like in the second game, where the guy had Bomber and a quick card cycle with Log, then he was able to make some moves. But that guy was also one of the best players I've played against all month. It's refreshing to watch graveyard decks fall apart before your very eyes while you aren't even thinking. As Goblin Giant's strongest soldier, it is my mission to outsmart this opponent on our very last match of the day. And unfortunately, the bro is going to have a bait deck, so it's gonna be Bait Brothers here. Wait. I think we might not need to outsmart him if I have Goblin Curse against a bait deck. I think bro's cooking a Mega Knight deck most likely, or it's going to be Royal Recruits. In either situation, he's running Dagger Duchess, so he literally is my brother from another mother. But here's the thing. I'm able to go Goblin Giant at the bridge and then just eat that. Go in. Ooh, never mind. What do I do? I think I just go guards. I think that's the safest bet. It's 3 elixir and it counters everything. I was thinking about getting fancy. Oh, come on, dude. You don't have to be this way. Any damage probably is better for us to just do this. I'll eat the damage on the other side. It's not going to take my tower. I'll go Goblin Gang afterward, because if you let the wall breakers connect, then you're not going to get your cards killed by the wall breakers. So definitely the better option there. Looks like this guy did slightly outsmart me. He played pretty well. I'm going to zap on top of the Dark Goblin, but I'm not going to zap on it too soon. I'm going to go Goblin Curse afterwards, which kind of sucks, but it's a necessity. We're going to gobble those up and basically get our own Walmart Goblin Gang. So much value. Get at me, bro. Not actually. I wish it was better. I wish it was better. It didn't do that much. Oh, it's making me a sweater. This is a really try-hard game right now because we're only at 1,600 health. Looking real rough, to be honest. But hey, the dual lane pressure is what wins against good players. So when you Goblin Giant in the back and you build up big pushes, especially when you're playing against control decks or Royal Recruits decks, I think Goblin Gianting in one side and building up pressure here and ignoring the higher HP tower is ideal because he'll get all of his recruits concentrated around the Goblin Giant as many as he can. He'll get 3 of them, 4 of them maybe, and that's all he can do. So it's going to be our best play. We're going to go in for a Curse. We'll eat the wall breakers, and then we're also going to zap on top of the Dark Goblin to kill it, and the Goblin Giant's just going to spam a ton of stuff here. Then we can go in for a Goblin Gang after the Skeleton Barrel connects, and notice how this works. The skeletons should get surrounding the goblins, but they won't be able to kill everything. Then we can Dark Prince on top of this and go Goblin Giant. Actually, I might eat a lot of damage. I don't know how the Dagger Duchess is going to do in this situation. We'll see. We'll find out. We'll just let her do her thing. And then we're going to Evo Zap here. Wait, are we cooking? We're cooking! We're cooking so much! But we're going to lose the tower in the left. There's no way I defend that. But can we 3 crown? Or can I not die? Can I just like not die? Mission not die. Mission not die, please. Let me fly away with this win. Sir, you do not have to go in for a Skeleton Barrel like that, brother. Chill. All right, if we zap and Dark Goblin and do enough. No, yes, I think we got it. Wait, Sus Bush. I don't have elixir. I don't have elixir. Oh my gosh, please don't let me die. I'm going to get a Goblin Gang down here. Yes, sir. Bro is laughing in our own language. We're laughing in Goblin tongue together. I feel like he's not thanking me though. But there might be a little bit of a Goblin language barrier there because maybe, just maybe, the emotes at the end were slightly salty. But I'd like to think that a fellow Goblin Sir would always want another Goblin player to win. And he's laughing out of utter enjoyment from all the fun he had. Not because he was inches away from taking another tower. But we already know he definitely would have gone Dumpster with only 1,800 health on his King Tower. No way he keeps that thing safe from all of our sadistic Goblin assassins. Charge the like button, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.